What's up, everybody? All right, we're going to talk about dynamics. We're going to be doing this over a blues, but this can be taken into all genres. I have past tutorials where I really talk about the core foundation of building your improvisational skills and your solo skills, and that is all about rhythmic phrasing. And then from rhythmic phrasing, you can get a little bit into note choice, so you're not always ending on the same note, let's just say. But all of that will help you if you're kind of playing that. Your solos aren't really going anywhere. A lot of times people start adding more notes. Okay, now I gotta play even faster. That dilutes it a little bit more. So I want you to check out those videos. This one is going to be about detailed dynamics. This is not going to help if your solos are not already coming out rhythmically. All right, so these are just like these little additives, but I've been doing some videos, some application videos for these, and somebody did ask what it is that made my solo sound a certain way and not their solo. All right, and it was something very simple. You know what, I'm not even gonna put a backing track on just yet, but it was something slow and a little bit bluesy. All right, the things, the details in that little solo, I'm not playing a lot of notes there. The details in there were volume dynamics, so that's actually the biggest one that I see, and note duration. All right, and these are easy things to pick up on. Okay, so a lot this person's solo was a little bit more. If I take that first lick, right, it was a little bit more. Not bad, right? Nothing wrong with that. But if we can move in and out of a volume dynamic, make it sound it just gives it a little bit more intensity without, you know, really bashing into it, right? We're getting a little bit more detailed in the way that we're speaking through the instrument, right? Adding a little hammer on and pull off always helps. But that kind of, right now, if we're taking the note duration. So if I take that rhythmic dynamic and I don't have any note duration changes, and what I mean by that is legato, as in I'm going into each note from the last. There is no space between it. Right? Not bad. The volume definitely brings it out a little bit more. Right? But if I could change that note duration, cut some of those notes short, right? That starts giving it a little bit more presence. All right, so those are two things. Now, the normal takeaway from that is cutting loud notes off shorter, which does give a really great sound. If you do, that has a great sound to it, but that doesn't always need to be the case. So I want you guys to practice applying just the volume dynamic to your solos, just the note duration to your solos, and see if you can eventually get the two together where you're not really thinking of either one. So you don't need to always just jam a quick note out and cut it off, and you don't always need to just end on a softer note and let that be legato into the next one. All right, and those two things really bring out a solo. So I'm gonna put on this backing track and we're gonna see what happens here. Of course, it's gonna give me a little bit of an ad. So let's see what we got here. So just applying those two dynamics right there, it is going to bring your solos out to life. And I wanted to try that. I'm playing very reserved in the case of my volume dynamics, just that's the backing track. There's a lot of guys that I really love seeing. If you guys could find a live video of Stevie Ray Vaughan playing Tin Pan Alley. He does a really great job. It's clean. It's a slow blues, and most of it is clean. And he does a really great job, even getting down to where you're like, he's barely even picking that note, and he gets really deep in there and back out. So just two things I want you guys to try, and then eventually see if these dynamics can happen together without having to sacrifice one for the other. And that's our general rule, is once we learn all these really, really cool ways to spice up our solos, neither one starts taking over the other, right? It's a little bit more like, if you have to think of it, like, okay, I'm gonna cut these notes off, but now I'm gonna play softly. And you can navigate through all of these dynamics, which there are tons. That's gonna bring these solos super to life. So try it and let me know what you guys think.